Hi. Well, good news. My book, The Gap in God's Country, A Longer View on Our Culture Wars, has just been published and it's out in Kindle edition and in paperback. And you can find it on Amazon and probably a lot of other book dealers, as well as on the publisher's website. And I'm probably going to mangle the pronunciation, but Wipf Stock or Wipf Stock. Cascade Books. So I'm really happy that it's finally out. And I wanted to urge you to go ahead and get this book. Some of you have wondered why I do some of the videos that I do on this channel. I cover a lot of the ideological spectrum. In my latest I'm actually covering J.D. Vance's book, Hillbilly Elegy. You'll notice I'm critical of it. But I'm also kind because there are elements of the argument that actually bear our attention. And this is the attitude that I bring to this book. I'm not interested in only speaking to people who agree with me. I want to speak to people who also disagree with me. And I want to have a conversation with people that's kind and that's concerned and that seeks to solve problems instead of creating more problems by simply bickering and arguing with each other. So I come to the subject matter as both a scholar and as a person who has moral standards in how I treat people and deal with them. And while we all fail at that sometime, I certainly try, and I tried very hard in this book to be sympathetic while trying to explain our culture wars, our deep divides. And I do this from a variety of angles. So one of the things that you will notice in this book and in the live sessions that I plan to do on it in November and December is that I draw from several ideological perspectives, from different religious perspectives, um, theoretical schools of thought. So I'm not just hanging out in one space and preaching to the choir. And I know that that approach will make people mad because they want to keep their little, like, oh, it'll make some people mad. They want to keep their little, boundaries very secure and the supposed purity, which none of us have, sort of encased, right? But when we do that, and that's what we do, most people, if they're involved in politics at all, if they care at all, and the vast majority of people still don't care, or if they're involved in religion at all, but the vast majority don't care very much, they will generally want to speak to the choir and only hear from one preacher. This book intentionally breaks an awful lot of boundaries and deals with different genres and even different modes of communication. There are parts of the book that are theoretical, but not a lot, a little bit. And there are parts that are historical, there are parts that are data driven. I draw from a lot of sources. I just want to put up on the screen briefly the website that I will also link to where you can get more information about the book, including a synopsis. You'll go to the Morin Academy for Regenerative Studies website, and there you'll find a lot of our courses, reading groups, and other stuff. But on there is a post that I will link directly about the book. And so there you can see the endorsements, the description, and also a little bit more of a description below. I have the links to where you can buy the book, including the Kindle edition, which is only $9.99. So hopefully, I really picked this publisher because they have a good reach and they sell their books at a reasonable mass market rate. And I was really pleased to see the Kindle edition so nicely affordable. You can see there briefly the table of contents, so you can see that I'm stretching out into different spaces. I am a political scientist, but I get information from a lot of sources. And this is a Christian publisher. It's the first time I've done that. I want to reach a Christian audience and not just a certain kind of Christian that agrees with me. I also want people to realize an awful lot of this book doesn't speak just to Christian concerns. And if you're somebody who just wonders why people are so divided in our country and more so even around the world, why people are feeling so angry and anxious and precarious. And even if you're somebody who's not a Christian, but you wonder, like, why is it that Christians are so involved in all of these disputes? This book is for you. And you can learn a little bit more because I've got synopsis of each chapter. So you'll really kind of get an idea of where I'm going, and hopefully you'll want to learn more. Like I said, I will be doing several live sessions. I think I chose to do 6 in November and in December concerning themes from the book because it doesn't attach itself to a particular silo. Like, I'm not just a Catholic Christian writer. I'm not even just a Christian writer. I'm not just a political scientist. I'm not just an Elul fan or a Wendell Berry fan. Because of that, I think my best approach is to deal with themes from the book that diverge from all of those silos and intellectual and spiritual ghettos that we can find ourselves in. And you see, I have my t-shirt here because you have to be not afraid to do this. um, and so that's what the live sessions will be about. You can either get on those live sessions by joining our Patreon, the Morin Academy Patreon, or we will also we'll put up an Eventbrite page. And when that happens, I'll let you know. But I hope that you get the book. I hope that you can join our discussion, or even just join the discussion and learn about the themes from the book if you can't get the book or you don't have time to read a book. But hopefully you'll give this some time. It's the kind of book that you can kind of sort through. Even if you don't read all the chapters, you're going to see some that particularly leap out to you. So thank you for listening, and check out all the information I'll put below. And please share this video with other people. If you think you know somebody, if there's somebody in your life that needs a little bit of encouragement, really wants to understand, wants to be heard as far as their concerns go, I think I've really tried to do that. So, don't be afraid to share the book or the video with somebody you know who might need what I'm trying to give to people. All right. Thanks a lot.